RO-Scale Sandbox has officially updated its new ways to do this, but it have eventually added snow plowers, new snow plowers like the automatic trains like this, but unfortunately that could be required for game passes, and I set down to volume into 1, and because due to Christmas event that refreshes the Polar Express pass around here, and probably that sound like this cannot be obtained by something else. But even though this is absolutely eventually sound like this, but unfortunately no players will absolutely gotta be playing for this one. Especially I cannot able to move the server, and we wouldn't able to save like anything around here because it's very hard difficulty. This will be even too much when never before, as I'll be scrolling down for what I just probably trying to find something out. So this is absolutely where the same maps like this and everything is absolutely that before we're gonna be making of this racetrack. So we're probably going to start around of one of their locomotives around here for this one, because we think around here that we never able to say the Polar Express have been refreshed its new Game Pass. This is probably eventually that we just already tried out, because I cannot believe that we never sure as two Berkshire locomotives, like some sort of type of train is going to be like that. So this is the Polar Express train, because since I have already have it in 2023, but unfortunately this wasn't going to be like this thing as well. It was way back in 2023, because since I have already to do this, but 2 years later it was no longer attainable anymore, because exactly for one of these trains have been updated and becoming game passes. So, which is why that includes snow plowers, like anything here before, but I have a blow flower, or like anything around here, or some kind of snow plowers, like that I just got here back in 2023. This is where I have bought it from the old game of the RO-Scale Sandbox. But now that since the game has already taken down, this is the new RO-Scale Sandbox game that has already been here in a while ago. So I definitely try not to add trains, but today's video, let's make racetracks in real life. I'm not sure. Real life racetrack, or like anything around here to do this, that I cannot believe that we wouldn't able to think around here and start making with these real life racetracks in RO-Scale Sandbox. So let's start over here by using the 40 gauge 40 times track around here. Let's start here in Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. But I cannot believe this will be really hard for me, and it's going to take a little bit some time as well. And I put all ways to do this as well, and into the back we goes. And I'm not already satisfied with this, so there's no pit lane around here, and I should able to be added some more around with these things. I wouldn't believe this was actually going to take around here for some time, because I'll be right back of this video. If we're gonna be making of this racetrack of one thing that before, I'll be making it without further ado within rails around here is possible. It will be taking for much more time if the internet doesn't load correctly, but unfortunately this has completely unable to be redo again. It will took for here for some time. So looks like we're going to be added a little bit for some kind of long of these railroad switches. But even more is going to be for like these ladder railroads or the ladder rails or something like this. Maybe this is going to be exactly like the old one. And what about the 64 times around here for this one? We're going for right for this switch parallel. And we're going to be put it right over here just for the corner. And here he goes. So this is the pit lane. But actually, I haven't able to build any walls around here for to do this. So before I build something like that, I'll be making towards like anything by itself. So this will be taking a little bit for pretty much, and I started to build my own stuff as well. Before I will delete everything around here from this, and for the entire world of something unknown, I'm going to, but I'm not very sure, I'll be keep on everything around here it goes. It will cannot able to take for some times because I might absolutely going to stop talking around here for so long, even that I cannot actually going to build myself all the way. So this is the entire pit lane around here for this one. So this won't actually going to be taking for pretty much. And how about a gap fill? And this is eventually that the new feature have just taken place, and we put it around here for the track scale for just like that. And so this is definitely gonna be look like when it's possibly going a little bit weird, as I'm not pretty sure. So I'm not pretty sure that we're going to be using like that, as the rails look like even this one. This is where the trains have going into the pits around here. If this is absolutely that I'm just going to be making another line around here. We're not going to be going around here to go back like this one anyway. And a few minutes later, it took some time to make this track, because we definitely built the pit lane around here, not the station it was. This is probably going to be for a little bit somewhat, and I probably should go into delete this by using a building tool that in order to do this as well. So I may not actually going to do this, that how that I probably get things a little bit smarter, but I eventually using the gap fill that I just turned a little bit for something like that. And when I turn on the gap fill on, this contains a little bit amount of tracks to build. We're very sure this will be taking for a little bit for some time. And if I'm going to be scrolling at this, it could be for a little bit big around here as possible. And so the pit lane was formed. I'm probably sure that multiple tracks was formed, or a smooth curve was formed around here if you hold shift, which is it going to get around for itself for longer and longer tracks, which is actually going to get a little bit smooth. And finishing for this race around here for something. And there is more, a lot of smooth curves on this track, but the whole part of the track around here is very incorrect, as I'll be seeing in the gap fill. We're pretty so much that I just totally build something, which is I totally build really as I can. And this goes, the scale of this track was so big that even though this is way crazy that I just actually built. So, time to add some F units, and I'm going to save for around here for this track. But we're not pretty sure this is not going to be a real train race. So I have decided to build a 2-lane, which is not that good. I cannot believe it that I'm not able to be building for this thing as well, because this line is using for one train only. So I better get rid of this thing as well and save this thing as well. If I save Monza, or say like anything around here, which is actually going to be for a racetrack 1. So I better going to be trying to say into the description track 1. So I'm gonna be saved for right there as I going to be doing this. 281 acids. Let's clear the plot and let's do another one. I may not actually going to save for this, but this is absolutely a way that I just probably going to be at something like Pretty It Was. So I was bad at building racing tracks in RO-Scale Sandbox, which is not pretty good. And the next track is Paul Ricard. This is definitely more harder ways, and I may not able to be taking in my hands. The thing is, I may not able to build the biggest racetrack of all time that I'm not supposed to be building for. So, I'll be making of this track so big without any pit lanes like these. And that means it's actually going to be not the pit lane as well. I should be able to build a bigger racetrack for something else. And I just did building something a little bit great for a long time. One thing that I just going to build something a little bit more like this. It's increasing the data around here as well. If using around for these smooth curves, which causes that significant saves, like the databases like this causes the data could actually making a little bit more extreme than whatever before. So this is the long stretch, and I shouldn't able to be building for such a long time that I just going to be continue to build. So the long stretch could be even this way, and that's it around here for this one. And I'm gonna be probably working all the way down here. So this is not eventually even as possible. And I have decided to make a huge oval track around here for all trains that where it comes around here. So this oval track around here that I just built could be a lot miles longer than I ever before. This is absolutely contains for testing, and this is going to be for a lucky ride around here for this time. You can't see the tracks, and before we're not able to see any gap fills, what I just tried to look away for. As you can see, at the end of this gap fill, this is where we actually going to be taking a little bit long around here. So, as I'll be checking around here, and there's actually going to be one more. As I'll be using around here for this one, I'll be using many lanes as possible. Oh geez. Is this going to be the longest track of them all? I should not be able to do that, in my opinion. So, I'm only going to get a little bit lost. And so, I'll be making of this track right over here. So I'll be using for those. Oh geez, this is going to be getting a little bit longer. And now it'll just not look like a racetrack at all. It was just... no. It was just nothing that I just totally make of this racetrack. So, since I'm probably going to be built this way, this will be cost a lot of time around here for this. And some gap fills that I just totally build. And here it goes. It's just a big track of this one. It's a big track of mine. I'll be making a little bit more than I just unusually going to do. This track is going to be for high speeds. And definitely, there is going to be a little bit more when I just never expected around here to build with this. So, I'm gonna be building around here. So, this is just gonna be another one. So, we're building it with this thing as well. And that means this will be for a little bit even more. And more of these tracks could be even a little bit shorter. Alright, this is it. This is going to be insanely big as well. And yes, this is definitely a little bit smoother. So, I definitely going to spawn for one of these trains that I'm going to test for, and it will be great. I have saved the oval track around here for this one, because we definitely not gonna be pretty sure we wouldn't able to be saving anything where it goes, and especially for the other saves like this. Now, let's spawn the F units as well, and I wouldn't able to spawn around here, like the E8s or F7s around here for this time as well, so I'm gonna be changing for a proper speeds for this thing as well. So this is the F7 around here for this one. And we're about to start with Santa Fe War Bonnet Locomotive, which is I definitely going to spawn this way, and it's probably loud without any B units. So, I'm using a DCC programmer to locate the trains as I probably select this loco. Let speeds is going to up to 30 times that speed, and we're going to release the loco, and let's see how the top speed is going to work. When I let go of this train, this is definitely fast, but easily faster than I not gonna be expecting for. So here goes on to this short lane. This is definitely really fast, but aren't smoother on this track. This is totally really quicker than I just not gonna be expected. So there's more around here that must be a little bit smoother tracks, but this is not going to work as well, as we definitely seeing this train going to work so smooth all the way for just like that. This is absolutely going to be just for testing. I didn't catch this train because since that the DCC address is completely unidentified. The train number is 6:53. But I cannot believe this is actually really too fast as well. I let her go as quickly as possible, and this won't actually going to be do this. So I type 563. So I just absolutely did it around here as well. So the train goes even faster than I'm not gonna be told about here. So I'll be halt this train down, and we're going to end of this video really quick as we can. Eventually, I may not able to save for around here for this. Let's get back into the save and load. And let's load it up and clear everything around here on this path. So, this is the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. And I should actually go into spawn a locomotive with another F unit as well. And here it is. It goes one more video to go around here for this one. I'm pretty not sure if we're going to be taking about here for to do this. Let's go for the track limit around here as well. And we're about to speed up for in control. So before we're going to end of this video, we might absolutely going to be taking around here for something, even though we have to finish this track first before this one's actually going to be taking for too long. Whenever that I'm not gonna say, this is absolutely gonna get even totally a little bit fun. But this is actually where it goes all the way to work. Oh geez. Oh geez, this is not pretty good. Oh geez. Maybe I should actually going to get rid of this. Especially this one. I may using the gap fill. And this is not what I just not gonna expect it around here for this. So let's just fix this problem. And this is going to be a little bit for 5 times. Alright. This one's actually going to be telling you something about here. Unless we're good to go. We're good to go around here. Let's just do a flying lap before we're gonna end of this video. I won't able to be taking for so long that I'm not going to be that, I guess. Maybe I should able to click around of this switch. And it's going to coming around here until another line around here for this one. So the locomotive is actually where it goes. And then it's going to be into the Ascari chicane. So right, it's actually going to go faster even before. I may slow this train down, but looks like it won't going to be very easy that I just totally going to get right. And so the locomotive's top speed won't be topped off. I'm pretty sure that the train's speed is going to be even more faster than before. And here goes the start-finish line. And we're beginning about the race is on. So, we didn't pretend there must be a start-finish line over here. And here comes the first turn. I may not actually going to use like anything where before. And I should keep on my speed and control where the train is going to pull on to its top speed, of course. Oh geez, this is going to be getting a little tricky around here for somewhere. So I'll be pretending to hit the brakes and avoiding for terrible speeds like the train is going way too fast. And I should be able to hit the brake point. And this is where it's going to get a little bit for something, I guess. And now this is actually that I just made a few little bit things or something. And then the train goes on to the top speed, and where the final chicane is going to be for like this. This is where going for top speeds is going to be even truly bad around here for somewhere else. This goes a little bit tough and really crazy to do this as well. I just made this track a little bit even crazy, but I wouldn't recognize that I just totally made this track as even possible. And so, if I'm gonna go across the line with this one, this won't be actually necessary to do so. At last the train has reached into the finish line. Okay, this won't be it, as we probably to do. And so, the finish line have just caught the train on wheels like this. Probably I should halt the train completely. So, well, that was the end of this video. As I stop of this train, at least on the switchers as well, for the big freight trains. I may not actually going to be doing this again for another lap, because definitely this is totally weird and something even most likely dumb. So, before we get to the end of this video, I'm pretty sure that will be the end of this video. So don't forget, the game is linked in the description below. You can try to do this with anybody else as well. We got 13 days before age estimation for the entire world of Roblox platforms, and all of the games are going to be in effect. So that was it around here from anything around here for you boys and other rail fanners. I'll talk to you mini lads and rail fanners all later, so thanks for watching. Leave a like of this game and favorite it, and you can enjoy without other friends or with friends. Like anything around here, you can build your own railway or railroad system through your imaginations. So it's okay that you can build like anything else, and especially for your face scans about their selfies. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you around here all later, as I'm gonna be signing off for TC. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day for everyone. And we almost forgot to say Happy New Year around here, everyone. And that was totally a little bit fun for some loud noises.